Hi everyone, we are solving another question from section B of part 1 of CMA USA course. Let's get into the question. When compared with ideal standards, practical standards produce lower per unit product costs, result in a less desirable basis for the development of budgets, incorporate very generous allowances for spoilage and worker inefficiencies, serve as a better motivating target for manufacturing personnel. Before trying to solve this question, let's first understand the meaning of these two words, ideal standards and practical standards. Practical standards, which means these are standards which are strict but which can be attainable, which can be achievable, which have allowances for machine breakdowns and rest period for workers. These all things will be considered here. Means for an employee whose timeline is to work for 8 hours, he will get a 30 minutes break in between, like that way. And companies can meet these standards. They can meet these standards even if they have average workers but who are efficient at their work. They have average workers, still it is fine, but they should be efficient at their work. Next, we will come to ideal standards. What is this ideal standards? These are those standards which will not allow for normal wastage and work interruption for the purpose of a breakdown of machinery or giving breaks to employees. These things will not happen in ideal standards, which means they are expecting that everything will be perfect, machine will be perfect for the whole time and the employees will be at their best. Means as per the requirement of the budget, the employees will be at their best, which is in real environment is not at all possible. So ideal standard is really hard to achieve because every human being one or the other day he gets tired. If we ask him to work for one day continuously for 8 hours, he may work, but if we ask him to work in the same way for the next day and for the next day, if we keep on asking him every day to do the same, he can't do that. He gets tired, right? So that's why ideal standards are really hard to achieve, but practical standards are attainable. But how it is attainable means they are going to create a practical standards budget by keeping all these things in mind, that the machine may break down in some or the other time, otherwise we should give a break for the machine for the purpose of maintenance, and the employees will get a break every now and then, so that their efficiency will increase, their efficiency will become much more better. So in that way, got it? So now if we see the options, first one is produce lower per unit product cost. Let's see how it is going to work out. Ideal standards assume a person takes 7 hours to create a product or to manufacture a product, that is product A, and the same in practical standards with all the machine breakdowns and the breaks, everything, the person will take 10 hours, the same product A, right? What happens here? Let's assume the labor cost for 1 hour is $10 here, and here it is $10. Now if you observe, in ideal standards the product cost will be just $70, but in practical standards the product cost will come to $100, which is more. In practical standards it is more, but what they are telling here, practical standards produce lower per unit product costs. Is it right? No, it is not right, and that's why this is not the answer. And next, result in a less desirable basis for the development of budgets. Result in a less desirable basis for the development of budgets, which means practical standards will result in, means I am expecting something, and when I am going to make it with practical standards, it is not possible. No, that is not the case. Even in practical standards, the desirable, whatever you are going to desire, means whatever you are going to plan, we can achieve it. That's why even option B is not the right answer. And next, incorporate very generous allowances for spoilage and worker inefficiencies. No, this is wrong. Practical standard, in practical standard we need efficient employees and who are average at their work but still who are efficient, and here what they are telling is they are very generous and they will give allowances for worker inefficiencies. No, it is like degrading a standard. That is not what happens here, which means worker inefficiencies is not acceptable. Worker is efficient, that is fine. That's why even option C is not the right one. And the fourth one, serve as a better motivating target for manufacturing personnel. See, if a person we ask him to work from morning 10 to evening 7 without any breaks, he gets tired and he will be demotivated to work. But for the same person, if we ask him to take a break whenever he is required but complete it as efficient as possible, put everything you can for this project, then he will be motivated from inside and he will do the work in much better way. That is going to happen in the practical standards. We should keep a targets which is achievable, not the targets which is ideal, which means we are human beings and we should get motivated ourselves so that we can give the best to the organization, which is going to happen only in practical standards and not in ideal standards. That's why in this context the right option is option D. Got it? Option D is the right one. I hope you have liked this video. Give it a thumbs up and also make sure you keep studying every day. We are going to solve every day 5 questions in our YouTube channel. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed it yet. Stay connected, stay committed.